I'll never forget the night me and a few friends decided to mess around with a Ouija board. We heard all the stories and rumors, but being 13 at the time, we foolishly ignored them and decided to embark on what was the most terrifying night of our lives. My best friend Janet informed us that her older sister had a Ouija board and agreed to let us borrow it in exchange for 1 week's worth of lunch money. So together the 4 of us gathered the necessary funds and planned to meet at my house to see what all the fuss was about. Everyone arrived at around 7:30, and we were pretty eager to get things started, so we hurried down into the basement and set everything up. Janet was in charge of writing things down, since she had the best handwriting, and it was bestowed upon myself to do the talking. Margaret, Kevin, and myself then placed our fingers on the cursor, and I asked the first question. Is anyone there? After a few moments of waiting, it seemed as if nothing was going to happen. What a crock, Kevin said. I spent a week's worth of lunch money on this bullshit. Oh, shut up, you fat fuck, Margaret quipped. The two then started bickering as brother and sister usually do. And while doing so, the cursor began to rapidly slide all over the board. Are you getting all of this, Janet? I said. You bet your sweet ass I am, she replied. Janet then began to read aloud what she had written down. Yo, who this? I told the ghost our names and asked if I could know who I was speaking to. And after another brief pause, the cursor started to slide across the board. Janet again started reading. My name is Theodore Earl Thompson, but the homies call me Teddy. Anyways, what y'all niggas want? I told Teddy that we didn't believe in the paranormal, and we were just looking for some proof that ghosts were real. After another long pause, the cursor started moving, and again Janet started writing. After she finished, a somewhat distressed look came across her face. What is it, Janet? Margaret asked. He seems angry. She then started reading what Teddy said to us. Y'all niggas really hitting my line to see if ghost is real. White people, I swear to God. Okay, y'all crackers want some proof? I got something for that ass. We all looked at each other, not sure if Janet was pulling our legs, when suddenly all doubt was erased. Kevin's body began to levitate, and we all started freaking out. Holy guacamole, Margaret screamed. His body then started floating towards my father's workbench, and all the tools flew off the table into the wall. Kevin was then bent over the table as he screamed, "Not cool." His pants and underwear were then ripped off, and his head was slammed into the surface of the workbench. He desperately tried to free himself from Teddy's grasp, but it was no use. Teddy then began to rape poor Kevin. We begged and pleaded for Teddy to stop and told him we were sorry, but sadly he continued to give Kevin the business for roughly 7 minutes. In the corner of my eye, I noticed the cursor started moving again, and at that time Kevin was freed and fell to the floor. Margaret quickly ran to her brother's aid, while Janet continued to write down whatever Teddy was saying. Should I flicker some lights and throw some shit around? Or was that enough proof for you baby back bitches? That's enough, I yelled. We blew out all the candles and threw the board back into the box and hightailed it up the stairs. Kevin made us promise that we would never tell anyone about the events that transpired that evening. He even made all of us pinky swear we'd take it to the grave. I haven't touched a Ouija board since, and I don't plan on doing so ever again. I feel guilty for what happened to Kevin most days, but he told me he was at peace with everything and not to worry about it. I still have nightmares about Teddy, but my therapist told me they'll go away with time. I sure hope so. One thing's for sure, though. I hope I never come across Theodore Earl Thompson again. And I'm sure Kevin feels the same.